In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix a tight hamstring for good. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe here at SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. So if you're dealing with tight hamstrings, back of the leg pain, a lot of muscle tightness going on and just need a quick fix, this is a video that you're not going to want to miss. I'm going to break it down into a three-part process that hopefully will get rid of tight hamstrings for good. We're going to focus on massaging the muscle tightness out, then stretching it, and then finally strengthening the hamstrings so you'll have a lot less instances in the future. All of these stretches and exercises can be done at home. They're safe, effective movements that can give relief in as little as 30 seconds. So let's get started with them and get those hamstrings feeling better right now. So when it comes to hamstring tightness, a lot of people get spasms, muscle knots into the back of the leg, even that possible Charley horse. So what I'm going to do to help relieve that is sit in a chair in very good upright posture. We're going to take a racquetball. You can also use a tennis ball or a golf ball. If you don't have any of those, just roll your hand up into a fist. So what I'm going to do is go over the spot where I'm having that muscle knot into that hamstring. I'm going to place the ball right over that and then use my leg weight to go down towards the floor. And then I'm going to take my hands and press into the top of the leg to cause more pressure down into that racquetball. Only go to your comfort level with this. And then from there, I just like to then rotate, or I should say go into a circular motion with the leg while I put pressure down in there. The second part, how we're really going to intensify this self-massage into the hamstring is, let's lift the leg up very slowly, and I can actually have a very good amount of pressure going into my hamstring right now. Once you're able to go to a point where you feel a lot of pressure into that muscle, not into the hamstring, hold this one for about 5 to 10 seconds, lower the leg, and then repeat this up to 3 to 5 times or until you feel that muscle knot start to release. From there, you can take the ball and place it over different spots all the way up to the glute and just repeat the process until you feel like all of those muscle knots are relaxed. So this next hamstring stretch is one of my favorites because you're going to get a 2-for-1 deal on this. You're going to hit the quadriceps or the front of the legs here with the hip flexors, and you're also going to get a great hamstring stretch. I'm going to be using a foldable chair for this. You just want something that is sturdy, it's not going to roll on you, and that is about hip level. So you can use a desk, a chair, a countertop, anything like that. So let's go right up to our chair. Use one hand to grab at it, and then let's take the other hand and grab at an ankle like this and bend the knee just like this. So you're going to feel an initial stretch into the front of the leg that is bent. It's going to activate the quadriceps and the hip flexors to start to stretch them out. Let's focus on making sure our back is upright in very good posture. And when we do this, what I want to do is bring the leg back just a little bit more to get a more intense stretch into the quads, but I'm going to then pivot forward from my hips. So I'm not trying to round my back while I do this. Keep it straight and pivot from the pelvis and from the hips. In the leg that is straight, you're going to feel a great stretch into the back of the leg, that hamstring. Go as far as you feel comfortable going towards. Once you hit that point, try to hold this for 10 to 15 seconds. You're just going to come back up, take a breather, and then do this up to 5 times. And then you're just going to simply switch to the other side. Make sure to do both sides to keep them in balance. So this next one really wows most people. It's like a hamstring magic trick. What I'm going to be using are 2 rolled up ratty old bath towels. So what I'm going to do first is just kind of do like I like to do a before and after with this one because that's what really amazes people. So let's put our feet shoulder width apart, and I'm just going to do the classic hamstring stretch that people love to do, just rocking forward like this and going all the way down. That's about as far as I'm able to go, so not quite touching our toes. So let's see if we can get this even better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that towel, I'm going to place it in between my knees like this and then go up to the other towel. I want to position my toes up on the towel while my heels are flat against the floor. So what I'm going to do is squeeze into that towel between our knees, and then from there what I want to do is then put my toes out just very slightly and then go back into that position leaning forward. Let's try to keep our back as straight as possible while we do this also. So let's pivot forward from the hips and the waist and go all the way down until we feel a very good stretch into our hamstrings. Hold this one right here for 15 seconds. and then you're just going to come back up, you're going to relax, and then you're going to repeat this up to 5 times. So with this, the second part, what I'm going to do is go and place my heels this time around up there, and I'm going to take that towel, put it back in between my knees, and then I'm just going to repeat that same process, going down as far as I'm able to go, coming back up, and then just repeating this for 15-second holds 5 times. So I didn't do it quite 5 times, but even just doing that, let's see what I have this time around. Look at that. That's not even doing it 5 times. Give that one a try. So here's a good hamstring stretch if you're an office worker or just do a lot of sitting. This is also good if you're just unable to do those ones that we did earlier standing. Let's go to an edge of a sturdy chair. What I'm going to do is whatever hamstring that I'm trying to focus on, let's straighten that leg out completely and put the knee straight, heel on the floor. The other leg is going to be bent 90 degrees at the knee. Let's get good upright posture while we do this. Take both hands, put it on the straight knee right here, and we're going to crawl forward while we pivot from our waist through the hips. So try to keep the back straight. The more that you crawl down the leg, the more intense that stretch is going to get into the hamstring. Only go to your comfort level. With this one, try to hold up to 15 seconds. If you can work your way up to 30, even better. But what you want to do about halfway through this stretch is bring the toes back towards you. This is going to intensify it a lot. You're going to feel a great hamstring stretch. You're also going to feel it into the calves. From there, once you hit that 15-second, 30-second mark, relax your foot, slowly come back up, and then just repeat that process. When you do this, you're going to notice on the second time you have a little bit more flexibility. Build into it as much as you can because that's going to help lengthen that hamstring muscle. Toes back towards us, 15-second to 30-second holds, relax, and then just repeat that up to 5 times. Make sure to switch to the other side too to keep both sides in balance. So if we want to fix hamstring tightness for good and get rid of future instances of achy pain, muscle spasms, cramps, that type of thing, we have to strengthen them. I'm going to show you 2 hamstring strengthening exercises. They're very simple and straightforward. The first one is a hamstring bridge. What I'm going to do is lay flat. You can do this one in bed or on the floor. But what you want to do is put both heels down like this, toes up towards the ceiling. Take your arms and stabilize off to the side. A bridge, you just simply lift the glutes or the buttock up off the floor or off the bed until your knees, your hips, and your shoulders are in a nice straight line. You should feel the back of the legs really start to fire. Those hamstrings should definitely be getting a workout. You want to drive your weight through your heels on this one. And I also try to put my toes out just very slightly. I try to hold this one for about 15 seconds. If you're able to go longer, try to work your way up to 30 seconds. You're just going to then lower the butt back down towards the floor, take a breather, and then you're just going to lift up again and repeat this up to 5 times. It's a wonderful hamstring strengthening exercise. This next hamstring exercise, we're going to go next to a door or a wall. Put your feet flat against the door or the wall and make sure the knees are at 90 degrees with the hips and the ankles. Take our hands, stabilize off to the side. Let's start off by just rocking our pelvis back just a little bit to put it into a neutral position. From there, I'm going to go into something very similar to that other exercise that we just did, that glute bridge. Lift the butt up off the floor as much as you can and stabilize yourself at your heels. With this one, you're going to feel the hamstrings in the back of the legs here really start to fire. Just keep lifting up until you hit a very, very good point where those muscles are contracting. Hold this one up to 15 seconds to start off with. If you're able to hold it longer, 30 or 45 seconds, do that. But once you are ready to come back down, just go back very slowly. Take a little bit of a breather, and then you're just going to repeat this up to 5 times. Wonderful exercise. If you liked the video and got a lot of relief, please show us your support by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing to our channel too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.